Stephen Mary's Minor Bar. Stephen Mary Ron, and then Alan and Jeannie Amerahn went in with them, the daughter and son-in-law, and then when they built the hall, they made it Amerahn. Served beer only to 18-year-olds at that time. The age was 21. So anybody that was 18 could come in and drink all they wanted. Oh yes, the place was packed. In my senior year of high school, I was 18, so then I got to come up here, yeah. The first time I walked in here, they sat me on a chair, and within 10 minutes, I had like 15 beers sitting in front of me. They were all shorties, and I think the beers were $7 for $1 at that time. 7 bottles. Yeah. Wow. The hall wasn't here when it was a minor bar.
Yep.
Just this front bar. And they didn't have a pool table, and it was wall-to-wall people. Mm-hmm. They didn't have minor bars in Milwaukee, so a lot of people from Milwaukee area came up. In 1974, the drinking age changed to 21. So then they decided to get a liquor license, and then I don't know why, but they made the hall, built the hall. It was the 4 people, Stephen Mary Ron and Alan and Jeannie Amerahn.
That's where the name Amerahn came from.
They
was
put
the
the 2
combination
names
of
together.
Amerahn and Ron. Yep.
And so then after they left, who picked it up?
My husband and I. My husband was Earl Clanky. He always wanted to be a bar owner, and we decided to try it. And here we are 41 years later. We used to have polkas on Sunday afternoons, and they used to fill the place, yeah. And then we had a lot of rock bands in the 80s and 90s. Almost every Friday night for a while. Herman's Hermits played here.
I remember the floors and windows upstairs shaking when I was a kid. Every weekend, everything was shaking because music was so loud down here.
Oh, yeah.
And then during the week, it shook a little less with the jukebox instead of the music in the hall.
That's why I sleep like a rock now.
We had a lot of bands. Rocket 88, I don't know if they were from Milwaukee. Mm-hmm. They were very popular, and they filled the place, yeah.
How did you get Herman's Hermits out here?
I don't know. An agent called us, knew that we had bands, and called us. And it was when they weren't quite as popular, so it was a little cheaper. When we had rock bands, we usually served cans, just because if they dropped them, then it wouldn't be glass on the floor. Well, we had a lot of weddings, sometimes Friday, Saturday, and then a polka dance on Sunday. So we were very busy and worked a lot of hours.
A lot of people had a lot of good times here, rock bands and all the dances, and it's where a lot of people got married here because they remembered all the good times they had partying up here. So.
Just last night, the country line dancers, a few of them came out and were asking about the sale, and they said, "Don't you remember when I got married here 30 years ago?" And I said, "Well, maybe." It's been over a year. I'm just old enough to retire, and my knees are bad, and I just decided it's time.
Was this a hard decision?
Yes and no, in a way, because I'm going to miss it. But no, it's time.
How about you fellas?
It's been tough. It's time, but it's been tough, and it's not going to get any easier until it's done. So
it's going to be hard because I'm 30, so I've been here my whole life.
Yep.
So it's going to be different.
I was a year and a half when we moved in here.
Yeah.
So.
What have people been saying in the community?
A lot of people congratulating us.
Yeah.
Happy for Mom to be able to retire.
Mm-hmm.